of our armed forces. We welcome you and your families. At this time, we ask that any member of the U.S. military, past or present, or any member of the Allied forces from around the world to please rise and remain standing. We thank you for your service. But to the world we share as well. Now please enjoy Orca Encounter.
Left side. Look left. Look left.
Interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Lorena, and it is an honor to introduce you to these intriguing and majestic animals. There's nothing like seeing killer whales up close and learning about them and their natural behavior. We hope this Orca Encounter will help you better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Shuka here is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed to take a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes work to their advantage. It looks like the eyes are located on the white patches, but that's a visual distraction. The eyes are actually located in the black area in front of each patch, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The dorsal fin is on top of the whale and will help stabilize killer whales when they're swimming and regulate their body temperature. The flippers on either side of the whale are called pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. Each flipper has 5 bony digits inside of them, much like the human hand. And the lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. The tail fluke are the killer whale's main engine, propelling them up to 30 miles per hour. And they swim the fastest and use the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies up and out of the water.
With a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod, and calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalizations from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication. Pictorial slabs are used to show dominance or get attention. For example, a mother may use a peg slab to get her calf's attention. But when they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate or get a view of their surroundings when they hunt. Are also a form of communications killer whales use both in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Are good communicators, so it's no wonder that they're on top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Here's that very similar behavior and movement right in front of us. Antarctic orcas will create waves and crash over floating ice that will knock seals into the water. Watch that same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of many complex and impressive hunting abilities killer whales have developed around the world. Crash in front of us, but you can't really imagine the amount of water being displaced by our whales. I do have some brave volunteers that are going to show all of us what it's like to feel the power of the wave. Come on down, guys. So you're going to sit in that small box, pretend it's a small iceberg. Perfect. Hold on tight. And all you have to do is think like a seal. All right, get ready. Don't worry, guys. Everyone's getting good job. High five. You guys are so brave. Come on up, guys. kinds of prey, including other whales. That blue whale on the screen is the largest animal on Earth. It is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than the killer whales. So, how does a killer whale, this size, eat an animal that size? Well, it's all because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how they teach young whales to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Orcas spend lots of time interacting and showing their playful side, both in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when the whales will swim fast at the surface, breaking out of the water quickly. You'll see them do this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or surfing in a wave. Killer whales like to be touched, and they will rub their bellies on rocks whenever they can. Whales do that here, just like the whales in British Columbia. You'll also see killer whales imitate each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are constantly mimicking and learning from each other. Playful behavior does have a purpose. A tail weave when used in hunting will stun a fish, but today, looks like these whales are stunning all of you. their tail flukes, which is very useful when obtaining a blood sample. The whales can also slide onto a scale so we can monitor their weight, just like Orca is showing us right there on the video on the screen.
Oh, yeah?
We can even obtain breath samples from the whale, all because of the trusted relationship we have built day after day here at SeaWorld. Alright guys, we're just going to slow it down just quite a bit and introduce you to one of our whales. Here is Makani. Everyone give him a nice round of applause. Makani is our youngest whale. He is 9 years old. He was born here at SeaWorld on Valentine's Day. He is very, very playful and he's just true to his name. He's really sweet as well.
That's the whole point.
Now every day we challenge our whales to learn something new, to engage and stimulate their mind. Diet, exercise, and of course play are all part of keeping the whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orca and this beautiful planet that we are.